Hello everyone, my name is Kalixxy, and I am an intuitive light worker in progress. I'm here on my journey to help assist you with your journey. Today I'm going to be reading from my Fairy Forest Oracle deck. I hope you enjoy. I'm going to tap into what the collective needs to hear from the Fae world. Let's begin. Spirit guides and archangels, light Fae, please tap into my spirit so I may be able to relay these messages to the people that need to hear them. So mote it be. Initiate is the first card. Curiosity, open, and wisdom. Or no, curiosity, open, and warm. Before the gathering, celebration, anticipation, and event. Dura, healer, nourishment, and nurture. And one more for the overall. The solitary, dedication, self-love, and focus. So what I'm getting from all these so far is that the collective or whoever needs to hear this, they're curious about something, open, and they're warm-hearted. They need to enter into some sort of celebration, and there's an anticipation of an event. So maybe before you're going to a gathering, you're initiating this curiosity, warm and open kind of feeling about yourself. You are a healer and nourishment and nurture. So you need to focus on healing yourself, nourishing yourself, and nurture yourself in order to fully open up that warm curiosity, wisdom, and be able to celebrate completely. And then the solitary one, dedication, self-love, and focus. After all of that, you'll be dedicated to your self-love and very focused on being able to love yourself in order to love another person. So I also have a book here that explains the deeper meanings of it. But that is what my intuition is telling me so far. So number 14. Initiate. Curiosity, open, warm. Your energy is unworldly, naive, and unguarded, and you will therefore soon face tests which will help you acquire experience and wisdom. When this card appears, you have an indication to take risks without thinking of where the road you wish to dart down will lead you. You have a tendency to say and do many things without thinking through the possibility impact. You speak the uncomfortable truth as no other can. The lessons you are experiencing are filling your life with richness. You have so much trust and self-belief, but you are not prideful. You are ready to take great chances, and others may even judge you. As being about to take crazy risks, you may be contemplating leaving a safe job, about to travel, enter a new relationship wholeheartedly, or make a move in life without having examined all the consequences. You are curious, inquiring, and open-hearted. You are inquisitive, but you are no fool. You are an initiate, and you will therefore take risks as you face the unknown. Your next steps into the mystery of life will be blessed, and you have the courage to now enter the unknown. So just tap into your courage and walk into the unknown. You get nowhere without taking risks in life. Number 29. Before the gathering, celebration, anticipation, and event. For you, dear one, a celebration is coming, a time to acknowledge the markings and passing of the great turns of the wheel, and for you to gather together with friends, relatives, and significant beings, and ask them to unite in a common cause of joy for what has been achieved. It is time to look forward, to anticipate, and to prepare for this event. May even be taking place simply on an energetic level. As all the beings who have long wished for your well-being now gather together to applaud the place where you are right now. This will be coming for you, and it is in the future, so this card is a great omen of good to come for you. It is time for you to put on your finest garments, take the very best goblets and chalices from their dusty hiding places, and raise a glass of bubbling fairy energy to the wonders of life. It may be your birthday or another occasion, such as a graduation, the acknowledgement of an accomplishment, or the completion of a test. Whatever it may be, it is essential to make the impending time with joy, applause, and an expression of bounty. Prepare, be ready, and enjoy, dear one. You deserve all that this exciting and exhilarating occasion heralds. For after the effort comes the reward. Soon it will be yours. Number 2, Duria. Oops. Healer, nourishment, and nurture. It is time for you to focus completely on self-nurture and to support your own healing, emotionally in a particular physically. This means you must put aside all the excuses you have previously allowed to take precedence over your own well-being. Your own personal healing must be the top priority of your life. Seek out a holistic healer, a spiritual healer, and a physical healer, and create a well-being program that you then fully commit to. Allow nothing to interrupt this. Nothing can take away this time you now must give to your own self. Your soul is asking this of you, and you must become devoted to your own healing. When you do this, you will find others heal too. That your healing journey inspires others around you to fully connect with their own needs and furthermore allows them to become responsible for their own journey of healing. Healing food must be within your home and your ultimate movement. Healing environments are your refuge. Healing people nourish you. Healing thoughts and music and energies support you on this journey every day. Be relentless and merciless in culling anything or anyone who will not allow you to support yourself through what you must for what must be done. You must become fully devoted to your own healing, and this must take place now. So if someone doesn't support you, you need to drop them. It may be a family member, it may be a friend, it may be a relationship. If they don't fully support your healing process and what you're going through and how you decide to heal, then it is time to release them. I've gone through that many times myself, tried to form myself into being somebody that people wanted me to be or thought that I should be, when that's not me. This is me. And I accept myself now for who I am. I love myself now for who I am. And I am deserving of all sorts of love. And everybody is deserving of all kinds of love. You need to just fully accept it. Breathe in, breathe out, and repeat the mantra, I am deserving of love. Love comes for me, love comes to me and through me, so mote it be. And the last one, 24, the solitary. Excuse me. Within you go. When the solitary visits, you are about to go within, to withdraw and retreat from the world for a time. This can be a response to an event from the outside, a trauma, sadness, or betrayal. And the withdrawing inwards, which appears to be depression, is actually a way of respecting the soul's shadow, investigating it, understanding it, and mastering it. This card indicates a time when you will go it alone. Walk your own path, choosing to crave a way forward that you can be sure remains true to the deep self. There will be a time of learning away from the mainstream, and there may be times when you feel isolated and somewhat worried about how your new path will be perceived. It can also indicate that in the past life you have suffered for your gifts and spirituality. You may have experienced a past life as a healer, seer, witch or wizard or medicine man, in which a new order decreed your power to be invalid and dark. This fear still pursues you when you connect with the power of your gift, resulting in fears surrounding intuition and your natural talents. By going within, we learn more about our soul. It is not a part of the journey that we necessarily look forward to, but it is time of great development on the spiritual path and is imperative to growth. Before we can shine our light in the world, we must ignite our inner spark. This going inward is actually the sacred task of tending your own sacred flame and learning from it before turning to matters of the world again. This card can sometimes indicate that a person has undergone a literal near-death experience. So, intuitively, Spirit is telling me that someone has gone through definitely a great trauma, that now they are curious and they're warm-hearted, they're open to a new beginning. They're definitely seeing things on two different sides, maybe experiencing their own psychic spiritual gifts. And within this gathering, you can experience it spiritually and energetically, where you will be surrounded by your spirit guides supporting you, or whatever deity that you lean towards, pretty much. And if not that, then surround yourself with friends that actually support everything that you absolutely do. Don't surround yourself with people that look at you sideways or judge you for who you are. I am obsessed with crystals. I am connected with the realm of the Fae. I believe in a lot of different gods, goddesses, and deities and spirit guides. I have a lot that follow me around, which is also why I wear very many crystals. I do witchcraft. I read cards intuitively, and now I am finally stepping into the light of where I was always meant to be. This is my first step going forward here. So I apologize if the messages are not exactly resonating with you, but I know that someone out there will resonate with what I am saying. But in a past life, definitely somebody was a healer and shunned for being a healer. When that new order came where people were considered possessed by the devil, to be a witch or something like that, burned at the stakes, those past life traumas carry on with us inside of our soul, inside of our spirit. Spirit and soul are all energy. And when we leave our physical bodies, it doesn't just dissipate and it doesn't just go to one place or the other. It keeps moving forward. Or it could also move backwards, depending on how you live your life and how much you ascend. And with the dedication and self-love, you need to accept your gifts. Learn to love your gifts and yourself. And focus on that. Focus on what makes you happy. Go to shops or things like that. Like I go to crystal shops and I listen to my intuition, which other people you can call gut feeling pretty much. So listen to that. Don't just look in your head and think, oh, that looks pretty, I want that. Yeah, that's cool too, but that's not exactly always helping you. Feel it. Focus, but don't let your mind or your ego focus for you. Let your spirit and your soul focus for you. Allow that, the energy from within your heart chakra, to open up. Breathe. Breathe out. And when you hold a crystal in your hand, does it call to you? And if you look up the meaning of that crystal, it can tell you it'll tell you what it's good for. And a lot of times you will be amazed about why that crystal was calling to you is because you needed it for a certain reason. Like I was called to this crystal, and it's an instant manifestation crystal for one. So I believe in manifesting. I have been told by many different tarot readers that I can be a master manifester. I just wasn't using my gifts. Now I'm finally stepping into using my gifts, and I'm seeing manifestation grow and be abundant now. I was also attracted to this labradorite right here as well. And I can't remember exactly the reasonings for that, but it connected deeply. But the most important one that I have right here is my moldavite. That sends you directly through your destiny. So it can send a lot of tower moments within tarot. And if you don't know what that means, that is simply your world shatters down so you can rebuild it. I don't see the tower as a bad thing. And I don't see the death card as a bad thing. Sometimes it can literally mean death, or the tower moment being your world, it will be crumbling down at a brief moment. But you can see it as a good light too, as a restart. I lost my sister 4 years ago, and that death card was in the literal. And it gave me a tower moment where I was completely just became an alcoholic. I was not in the right place, set or mind at all. I was extremely depressed, where the point that I felt like my heart was actually physically breaking. It physically hurt. But she would come to me in dreams a lot. And I remember the last dream she came to me, she told me that I had to let her go. So, and after that, these tarot readings started popping up on my YouTube, and I used to never click on anything like that. And I wasn't part of, like, usually YouTube gives you what you're looking into, and I had never typed anything like that in before. But then when I started listening to some of them, some of the things the tarot readers had said actually came into fruition, which means they came true. Little by little, I began to grow spiritually. Now I'm stepping into what I now know is that I'm a light worker. I believe that I am newly reincarnated on this earth, but I am from a different realm. I'm very much connected with fairies and the fae. I've always believed that they have existed since I was a child. So I don't remember exactly if I had an experience as a child that resonated with that, or if that was just a memory, a soul DNA genetic, memory from my past life that carries on. Just like how in traumas carry on in your past life to your next life, so can remembrances. So can if you look at certain things, and we can have multiple different past lives. When I was a young child, I was able to read hieroglyphics, and no one knew how or why. So, but all in all, sorry that I got a little bit off track. I do that a lot. Whoever's listening, you need to hear that you need to open up your curiosity and stay warm-hearted. You need to celebrate the good things in your life and become happy and content with yourself. You need to nourish yourself, whether that be physically with exercise, yoga, breath work, nutrition, food, what we put into our bodies, has a huge effect on also all of our psychic abilities. Everybody in this world has psychic abilities, absolutely all of us. We just don't tap into them anymore. And we're taught as a young child, when a child says, oh, I see someone there, or has an imaginary friend, that's not exactly always imaginary. But parents and other people write it off as that, and it becomes forgotten. And then we grow up in this three-dimensional world where, it's shunned on. You're considered schizophrenic or crazy if you get insight from certain things. But you need to let that go. Try to forget that. Or not even just forget it, but just put it aside for a minute and try to meditate and go within and find yourself. Accept yourself fully and 100% as who you are. Because love comes from acceptance. Then you will have unconditional love for yourself. And once you're able to do that, you'll be able to give it to somebody else. And when you resonate on the love energy, you will also bring in the reciprocating energy back to you. So when I was a young child at 15, I hated myself so much. I had no idea I was unintentionally manifesting the wrong people for me. So because of I had so much self-hate, I literally manifested somebody that was attracted to that hated me worse, abused me, used me, all of it. And it took a long time to finally, I had this one thought in my head after 8 years or so that said, I don't deserve this. So I was in a position of where it was either stay in it and suffer and die, or pull myself out, love myself. Because if you don't love yourself, who will? Again, my name is Kalixxy, and thank you for listening. Subscribe to my channel and like this if you liked it. And come back for more, or contact me if you want a personal reading or any guidance of any kind. I have a lot of advice to give. I've gone through a lot, so I can relate to a lot of you. Blessed be, so moted be.